So let's look at, we are going to work on ticket and change stage. So ticket is process rule which is being used to jump in a flow from one flow shape to other flow shape. Notes is available in website. If it is not available, let me know. It should be available. Okay. See, we have workflows regularly, right? So in the regular workflow, let's say, suppose we have a flow with start shape and 5 different flow shapes in between and an end shape. Suppose I want to jump from after step 1 is completed, maybe conditionally, whatever it is. If I want to jump from step 1 to step 5 without executing in between 3 steps. For this purpose, we can go ahead and use ticket. We can use ticket. So if we want, if we want the case to jump in a workflow from the current flow shape to any other flow shape, it can be any flow shape, then we have to go ahead and use ticket. See, ticket. Okay, let me open the application once the server is up. You can jump screen first, directly accessing once. You will see. Okay. So now if you double click on any of the flow shape, if you double click on any flow shape, you have a facility to call the tickets. Ticket we can create and we can call here. Now, if you go ahead here, let's say assignment shape. I just double click on end shape, right? Now assignment shape. If you double click on assignment shape and scroll down, you have tickets option. You can call one or more tickets. See, so anywhere in the workflow, you can call the ticket. Suppose if you have called the ticket in end shape, so work object will jump from one of the flow shape to end shape. So when it will be jumping is whenever the ticket is being set. So you call the ticket and ticket must be set somewhere in the workflow. It must be set somewhere in the workflow. Once if it is being set, what happens? It is going to jump from the current flow shape to next level. So how would you set a ticket is, in order to set a ticket, we need to call OOTB activity. That is set tickets. Set ticket is the OOTB activity which we need to call in order to fire the ticket. Once the ticket is being set, work object will look forward in the workflow where this ticket has been called. So work object is just proceeding on its path. Somewhere in between, you have set the ticket. Once the ticket is being set, it look forwards in the workflow where this ticket has been called. Wherever the ticket has been called to that flow shape, work object is going to jump. So if you have any situation where you want to jump in a flow from one flow shape to other flow shape by leaving in between flow shapes, then you have to go ahead and use ticket. Okay, this is clear. Similarly, in the programming language, we use goto statements. Goto, and we specify a label. Wherever that label is being available in the downstream of the programming, the control will jump from current statement to the later statement without executing in between other statements. Similarly, case will jump from current flow shape to any other flow shape where the ticket is being called. In order for jumping it, you need to set the ticket. Okay, calling the ticket can be done on any flow shape, and setting the ticket can be done by calling on an OOTB activity set ticket. Okay, if it is conditionally, you can go ahead and add conditions. This is clear. So first we'll basically see this, and then we'll run some test cases. Okay, so we have collect information, personal information, address information, right? So first let me show you in the workflows. Later we'll go to case type rules. Let me add another flow shape. Do we have any other flow shapes? Any other? I mean, like this one. We have loss details, right? Okay. So just simply, I'm going to show you how to call a ticket and now. So just write down the business requirement. Working with ticket, write down business requirement. Make changes to existing case processing. Make changes to existing case processing for the brand new vehicles. For the brand new vehicles. Make changes to the existing case processing for the brand new vehicles. Write down. If the vehicle is brand new, no need to check for the losses. No need to check for the losses. And no need of manager approval. And no need of manager approval. We don't have manager approval in this workflow, but let's leave it. In the case designer, I will show you manager approval later. The requirement is clear. It should directly go to address details. That means it should directly go to address details. Right down. It should directly go to address details. Next point. It should directly go to address details, and the status should be updated to. It should directly go to address details, and the status should be updated to auto approved. And the status should be updated to auto approved. And the status should be updated to auto approved. Auto approved. You know how to assign the status? How to assign the status of a work object? We need to create a field value. That is okay. Where do you assign? How do you assign? Is it only assignment shape? Let's talk about workflow first. Tell me how to update. Tell me here in workflows, where do you update the status? Start shape assignment income. by leaving what? Loss details and approvals for brand new vehicles. This is a requirement. Do we have any property already available which talks about the vehicle is brand new or not? Do we have any such property already available? Is it available? In my application also it is there. We have already a property available which is brand new vehicle. So if the user selects it is a brand new vehicle, it should jump. Otherwise, it is not required to be jumping. So let's go ahead and first create a ticket for this. Create a ticket. See, your ticket is just like a label. There's nothing much. It is just like a label. Create. Where is it? Ticket. So this is, let's say, jump to address. You can give any name, but make it something meaningful as per your business requirements. Let's say I have given simply jump to address ticket. So within the ticket, you don't have anything. Unlike other rules, you do some implementation within the rule, but here there is nothing. Just a description and usage. Like history tab is the only thing. Okay, and specifications we are not required to bother about it. So this is how ticket is just being used as a label. That's it. Now, where should we call this ticket? Now, call this ticket where? Yeah, call this ticket on address details assignment. I'll call this on address details assignment. Look here, address details assignment. Double click on address details assignment. Tickets, and here you go. Ticket name. What is the ticket name? Jump to address ticket. This is the ticket which I have called. So once you call the ticket on assignment shape, you will get a triangle encircled. This icon says, so SLA if you call, how would you get it is, you will get a clock icon. Okay. Now this is completed. Now your case should jump to this ticket flow shape. When it has to jump is if the vehicle is brand new vehicle. So we need to set the ticket. Now create a utility to set the ticket to jump to set the ticket based on if vehicle is brand new. Okay, so I'm going to create a utility now. You can give some name. So security, here it is utility. Activity type is utility. I have selected, and here you go, steps tab. So first I have to go ahead and set the ticket. To set the ticket, we need to call activity. In order to call activity, we have to use call. What is it? What is the OTP activity? Set ticket. Call set ticket. So I want to call set ticket, and what is the ticket name you have to provide here? Ticket name is this one. Jump to address ticket. You need to hard code it. It will not come in the drop down. They have not given it as a drop down. Okay. Call set ticket is done, but it should not be executed always, right? It should be executed only when enable the condition. What is the condition? Equals ignore case of dot personal vehicle dot is brand new vehicle is equal to, what is the value? True, right? Double quotes, single quotes. Already in the mundu osari work avvaladu kada. Submit this. If this is true, if the vehicle is brand new, this step should be executed, else it should exit out of the activity. So it will go in the regular path. Submit this. Okay, next, add another step, and we need to update the status. Update. There is an OTP activity available in order to update the work object status. Update status. Update status. What status I want to update? Auto approved. You can create a field value and call it here, but I am not creating that. So there is an OTP activity already available in PRBC, using which you can open the update the status of a work object. Can you tell me what will be the steps inside this activity? What would be the steps inside this activity update status? In steps ఉంటాయి. మీరేం అడిగినా నోరు తెరవరా? So I want to call this activity in the workflow. Where should I call?
Can we call it in the flow action, Harsha?
No, it should be completing the assignment. You cannot call that.
The post flow action is there, right?
By the time you jump, assignment is incomplete. Assignment will be incomplete, right?
No, I'm talking about the post section.
Just wait, I'll talk about it. Hang on. Save this, and now we can go ahead and run this. Where is it? Run the flow and test it. So I think this is the checkbox, right? Select if the vehicle is brand new. Suppose if I select this now, actually in the regular workflow, the next flow shape is loss details, which we have, but it should go to address details directly. So where it went to? So it went to directly address details. Suppose if you do not select the checkbox, what is happening? I think this is not the one, right? Workflow is this one. Suppose if I do not select the checkbox, that means it should go to last details. Again, here page should be created. Leave about this, but it is going to last details. So in case where I have selected the checkbox of brand new vehicle, it directly went to address details. So your workflow case has been jumped to address details, and status is updated to auto approved. So this is clear, everyone. Okay, let's run few test cases now. So let's say if I'm going to call the ticket here as well, what happens? This will be asked in interviews like this. Ticket. So now how many places ticket is called in this? 2 places, same ticket, but it is being set once. Okay. Now I will add another flow shape for testing purpose. In between, I am going to add another flow shape. Okay. So here, after setting the ticket, it will go to this place where it is looking for customer search. Let's say it is for customer search, customer last name search. Okay. You remember that we have customer last name search here. This is how the questions will be asked in interviews. Next, after last details, I'm adding another one. This is single customer search. Let's say this is one customer. We have inheritance flow action. I'll call inheritance flow action. So for testing purpose, I have added. So now here you go. After setting the ticket, last name. After that, what is this assignment is first, right? Last details. This is the workflow processing. Okay. So this is what? Inheritance. So now you have a ticket is being set and ticket is being called at 2 places in the forward direction. Let's see how the execution will proceed for this ticket. Why are we doing this? Okay, now ticket is called in 2 flow shapes. Now let me go ahead and run this. Click on submit, and here I'm going to set the ticket. I'm going to select the checkbox in order to set the ticket. Now the ticket is being set, will be set after this. So submit. So where it has jumped to? It has jumped to address details. So do you have the ticket is been set before the address details? Did we set this or not? Let me check in and retest again. So for double verification, let me log off and log in back again. What is that? Admin@max, no, VOANS, right? Password rules. Let me open the workflow and see once again. So now ticket again has 2 places. Click on done. Submit this. It's a brand new vehicle. Let's submit this. It should set the ticket. Now where it is going? So when you have the ticket is being called in multiple places in the workflow, which is being identified? Which one is identified? First one or last one? Let me add one more flow shape here. This is, okay, let me call a flow action here. Do we have any other flow action? Customer search, where is it? Customer search. The last one is customer search for testing purpose. Customer search. And here you go. Customer search. And double click on this flow shape and then calling here. Simply I am calling the same ticket. Now the ticket is being called multiple places. Let me check in this. If I run this test case now, so let's see where it is going to jump. Let me log off and log in back in order to make sure everything is fine. AOAINS admin password is coach. It's a brand new vehicle and then submit. So it is again going to address details, right? I think this is wrong. Just taking it from cache. What we'll do? Let me restart the server once and test.
Can we save us the flow into a new name and run, Harsh?
Yeah, we can run it, but let me restart. Let me see if it is a cache issue or not once. Anyway, I shut down, right? And you are telling property set, right? The property set, is it going to work if you do property set? Which property you do property set? For status. Which property?
PY status
PY
mark.
status work. If you do PY status work property set in the activity, is it going to update the status of the work object? Is it going to update or not?
I think it
It
will.
will not update. Why it will not update?
Primary
It will not
page
update work object status.
PY work page, right?
Whatever it is, PY work page, what is the property? PY status work. You set that property value. Is it going to update the work of the status? It will not update. Why it will not update?
Maybe it's a private property.
Sorry,
Private. It is declared as a private maybe inside.
it's not a private property. It's normal property like any other property only. Suppose in the case processing in between somewhere you write an activity and do property set py status work is equal to some value. Will that be updated to work object? That will not be updated to work object. Why it will not be updated?
Do we need to do a commit?
We need to first of all do commit. We need to save it, right? So without saving in database, how it will be updated? So you need to open the record. We need to open and then we need to update and then save it back and then either leave the commit to PRPC or you do it accordingly. So for that we have ODB activity, update status. In the activity steps will be like it will open, lock, all that will be done.
When we call this activity, already the work object is open, right, Harsha?
Where it is open, it is not open. If it is assignment, you will open. It is not in the assignment shape, right? Where it is available, this activity what we have called.
Okay, so if we call this from a flow actions post place, so in that case, will it be available?
It should be open. It should be opened on your current operator name. But you don't know when it will be executed. It will be executed after the lock is released or it will be executed before lock is released. You should be pretty much sure about it.
Okay.
Is it up? So let's run this now and see how it is working. Let's set the ticket and then submit. It's still going to address details only. I'll do one thing. So let me make changes here. This is address details. Huh? Now again, two places it is called, right? Now the ticket is called at loss details and then some customer said something. Now the address details assignment itself is not there. It is going to loss details. Which one? First position. And then submit. Where is it? This is inheritance. So next one only. And then submit. Customer search flow action. So it's proceeding regularly, right? Actually, this is how it should work. It should go to first position only. It should not go to last position. Okay. So whenever the ticket is being called in multiple places, it should proceed to first position. Maybe that is happening. The address details what we have seen is happening because of cache issue and all. So anyway, it should proceed to last details. Now let's add that address details back.
Harsha, if it is cache issue, when we save with a different name, it's a completely different rule, right?
Maybe it is taking the ticket setting related things. I'm not very much sure. Let me test it again now. Even though it is a different flow, maybe it is taking ticket cache somewhere else. Is it already been called? Jump to attach. Now I have added it back the same way how it was before. Let me test it now. It is going to attach it as well. This should be an issue, but this is how it should not work.
Harsha,
Should
could
not
it
work
be
like this. No, leave it and test it. I do not want to spend much time on this. Generally, if in an interview if it is being asked, if the ticket is being called in multiple places in the workflow, it has to identify the first position, and first position onward, it has to proceed forward. This is what you give the answer, and you test it initially itself. Maybe in some other application you try to test it. Okay, not in the same application once you execute. Take another application and then you test it. We have many other things to test with respect to ticket.
Uh,
First flow shape. Ticket should be executed for the first flow shape. That is what should happen. So now go to, okay, we'll do another test case. Hang on. The same one more test case. Let me complete and show you. Just you run this test case in multiple applications and see. No, it should not be. Yeah, I'm setting ticket here, right? I'll remove these flow shapes. Now I have the ticket is being set after personal vehicle information based on the property of his brand new vehicle. I'm going to call the ticket here, customer details. Now the ticket is being called. Sorry, it's not local action, it's tickets. Backward direction. So ticket is being set and ticket is being called in backward direction. So in the regular workflow, it will proceed to collect the customer information, vehicle information, ticket is set, but the ticket is not there in the forward direction. Ticket is there in the backward direction. Let's see how it works. This test case also you run it. Actions and run this. It's a brand new vehicle and then submit. What is the next screen in the workflow? So the next screen would be last name search. What did we get here? Customer details. So after ticket is set, it will go back. You see the same requirement, not this one. Using a ticket, what we are doing, we can also do using in another way. Can you tell me what was the other way? You know already. After ticket is set, screen plus card. Screen plus you manually access without manually accessing. Decision shape. You can use decision shape and implement it. Okay now? So now, so backward direction also ticket is working. This is clear, everyone. Now we'll do one more test case. In sub, so tickets cannot be set like this in screen flows and all. This option will not be available for screen flows. Let me create another flow. Create a flow. Let's say test subflow. So now we have an assignment called address details. We will change it. Something else. What was inheritance? We have an assignment called inheritance. On this inheritance assignment, I am calling a ticket. Just hang on. I am going to turn off the draft mode. I think I have to click on assignment, and here you go, tickets, and ticket is being called. So now ticket is called in where? Call the ticket in subflow. Set the ticket in process flow. This is not required to create a work object. This is subflow, right? You know how to call a flow from another flow? How would you call? You need to use subprocess shape. I think we have done this, right? Subprocess shape, and here you go. Double click on subprocess shape. Let me give the screenshot. And I will remove here. Before I proceed forward, to make sure that it is not going back, I wanted to remove this. Process flow, there is nothing. Only we have in the subflow. Remove ticket from process flow while you are testing. Make sure you remove it. Okay. So subprocess shape, and here filter flow rule by test flow. Then test subflow, right? This is the way to call a subflow. So now if I run this flow, this ticket will be set after personal details again, and after that it has to go ahead and proceed forward to subflow. Ticket is being called inside subflow. Let's see if it is able to identify or not. Means you are jumping from one flow to process flow to subflow. That you need to remember here. Are you clear what we are doing now? So now ticket should be set. After this, ticket should be set. Submit this. So where it is going? Customer last name search. Where is that customer last name search? Here it is. So it is not able to identify the subflow set ticket. So it is going in the regular path. Run and test it. It will not jump. What did you understand from this? Between flows, ticket will not work. Okay, subflow, process flow to subflow, one flow to another flow jumping has not worked. Okay, you can test it again multiple times when you are working. So what I am going to do now is I am going to open the subflow. Paste option later. Okay. So what I am going to do now is I will remove this. I will be calling the ticket now. Okay, now next test case. Call the ticket in process flow and set it in subflow. You got it? So I'm going to call the ticket in process flow and setting will be done in subflow. This should work. Let's see now. So open the subflow. Which flow shape I'm going to add? Utility shape, right? I'm going to add a utility shape. What is the Name of the flow, ticket, set address. Now your ticket is set inside a subflow. What are the changes that we need to make in process flow? Remove this setting here. So vehicle information to last name, and I'm going to call the ticket at customer information. So if you look at here, now the ticket is being set in subflow, and the ticket is being again called in process flow. Either it is backward or forward. You can go ahead and run a test case for forward direction if you want to run. But firing the ticket is happening inside the subflow. Remember, ticket is being fired inside subflow. After this, I have removed utility shape, so it will proceed normally in regular path. So where is it now? So this is completed. After that, it went to loss details and inheritance. What is the inheritance flow action? Same one, right? Is it same inheritance flow action? I think it is available with the organization section and all. And then submit. You are again coming back. Just for better understanding, hang on. I'll remove this inheritance flow action. Single customer search. I'll give single customer search. Because same flow actions you'll get confused. Let's proceed now and run this. So now the case is that vehicle details assignment. After vehicle details, it will regularly go to last name search. After last name search, it should go to single customer search and then sub process. We are not setting in the process flow. We are going to set in the subflow. Subflow, what is the assignment we have? What assignment is there in subflow? So now what is this flow action? It is displaying the name as inheritance flow action. So before it has executed single customer search. After single customer search, what is there here? Address details, right? What is happening? Just hang on. I am getting confused. Where is address details? Instead of maintaining these many, I'll remove because this is how the flow path should be.
We are also calling the ticket once inside the subprocessor.
In subprocess,
Subprocess also, I think we are calling the ticket.
we are calling.
There is a triangle, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll remove this one also. In subprocess, we are calling a ticket, right? That's why I'm not getting expected result. I'll remove the subprocess ticket as well. You make sure you remove it. Now the ticket is being called only in one place. This is last time search. After this, we have subflow. subflow ticket is being set after address details. Why it is not executing that? It is coming to where? First of all, what is this? Inheritance flow action. Just let me check once. After I submit this, again it is there at customer details. Is that inheritance flow action I have called? That is not address details. In the subflow, here I have called address details or inheritance flow action. Inheritance flow action only, I believe. I have not called address details. It is working as expected, but I will change it for your better understanding purpose. Another screen. That's why I'm address details. But it was not called before. So now you should be able to clearly understand because it will execute address details screen. Same screens we're getting confused. Okay, select this checkbox, submit, last name search. After this, it should display address details. This is clear now. And after this ticket has been set from subflow, it is jumping back to main flow. Okay, from subflow, it will jump back to process flow. But from process flow, one flow to another flow, it can come back, but it cannot go forward direction. It is not working. You can run 2 or 3 test cases for the same and see and tell me if you identify any issues, but it will not work. So now the ticket, suppose you are calling a ticket, it will jump in the flow. The next test case is if you're calling ticket in multiple flow shapes, first one will be identified. You can test it on your own. Okay, that is the second test case. And third one is ticket is being called from set in process flow and called in subflow. It will not jump. Ticket is being set in subflow, but you want to jump back to process flow, then it will work. These are the 4 test cases which we have run, but because of flow actions, we got a little bit confused. Okay, this is clear. Use different flow actions. Use 4 or 5 flow actions, but different flow actions to better understand. Okay, so this is about the ticket. Some test cases. Now coming back to case type, I have a question. So if you come back to case type, as per the same requirement, what should I do is I have to go ahead and set the ticket. Where should I set? After auto details. After auto details, I'll call a utility here. I'm going to set the ticket. And where should I call the ticket as per the requirement? Are you following? See, after auto details, we need to add one more step here to set the ticket. Ticket will be set. After that, loss details. After that, approval and then address details. But I need to call the ticket here at the address information, right? So now my question is, once auto details is completed here, it will execute the utility. When it executes the utility, let's say ticket is set. If the ticket is set, is that going to jump to this address details assignment or it is not going to jump? Is it going to jump or it is not going to jump? That is my question.
It will not.
Why it will not jump?
It's a different flow, right?
So it will not jump is correct. It will not jump because this is different flow and this is different flow. From this flow to another flow, it will not jump. That test case we have just executed. From one flow into another flow, if you set the ticket, it is not able to jump. Test this test case, it will not work. I mean, like it will not behave as expected. It will not jump. So this is not possible in case of if you are defining the stages, your ticket is not working. Is it working? It will not be going to work out. So now what we should do? We should use another smart shape in the case types that is called change stage. That is called change stage. There is a utility smart shape available, change stage. What is the purpose of change stage? You can tell me from the name. It will jump from one stage to another stage. We will work on this tomorrow practical. See, after auto details, I need to execute change stage conditionally. What is the condition? vehicle is brand new, it should execute change stage, otherwise it should execute lost details. And change stage, I need to mention billing address stage, it's not step. I have mentioned. So what happens is it will jump from, after auto details, it will jump to billing address stage. This is clear? Now in the billing address, it will execute address info. This is clear. Suppose my requirement is like this. After auto details, I want to jump to second step of the billing address stage. If that is the requirement. By default, when the stage is executed, it will always execute first step, right? My requirement is after auto details is completed, change stage will execute, it will change to billing address. But here I want to execute the second step. Then how to implement this?
Combination of change stage and ticket.
You need to, you need to use change stage first, you will change the state, and inside once you enter, you need to use a ticket and conditionally set it. Then it will jump in the flow. Otherwise, you can use a decision shape and then choose to execute one of the two flow shapes. It depends on how you want to design. There are multiple ways of implementation. So like this, you have to use combination. The ticket is deprecated from version. It's not deprecated actually, but within the flow, if you want to use, there is no choice. You have to go ahead with ticket only. But between the stages, if you want to jump, you have to go ahead with change stage. So we'll work on change stage tomorrow. For today, you can wind up, but you make sure you are going to execute all the test cases what we have done, and just draft out what are the test cases that you have executed and the results, so that you will remember better. Okay, so you can wind up for today. We'll continue tomorrow.